Hello everybody, welcome back to SSBCrack exams. I'm Radha, and in this particular session I have brought for you a very important news, and that is the official notification for the Indian Coast Guard Assistant Commandant posts have been issued officially by the Indian Coast Guard. As you know that this is for the very first time the Indian Coast Guard is going to publish the written examination, the notification for it and the selection procedure. As you know that previous to this, the direct entry candidates were only able to join the Indian Coast Guard, but अब हिस्टोरिकली एक चेंज आने वाला है. पहली बार हिस्ट्री में इंडियन कोस्ट गार्ड ने जो नोटिफिकेशन रिलीज किए हैं वहां पे एक रिटन एग्जाम की भी बात हम लोग देख पा रहे हैं. तो चलिए देखते हैं कि आज के सेशन में इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें क्या नोट किया जाए. इससे पहले भी इंडियन कोस्ट गार्ड ने एक टेंटेटिव नोटिफिकेशन लॉन्च किए थे जहां पे ऑफिशियल रजिस्ट्रेशन यानी कि एप्लीकेशन करने का जो स्टार्ट डेट और एंड डेट था वो कुछ डिफरेंट था. जी आपने बिल्कुल सही सुना, वो डेट्स जो है वो चेंज कर दिए चुके हैं. और सिर्फ यही नहीं, वैकेंसी के बारे में उस नोटिफिकेशन में कुछ भी नहीं बताया गया थे, लेकिन इस वाले ऑफिशियल नोटिफिकेशन में वैकेंसी का भी बहुत सारी न्यूज जो है इंफॉर्मेशन हमको मिलता है. चलिए देख लेते हैं इस पर्टिकुलर सेशन में हम लोग क्या देख सकते हैं. First of all, let us look into the notification which is officially published by the Indian Coast Guard for the Assistant Commandant 2023 batch. So first of all, the Indian Coast Guard, which is an armed force of the Union, is offering a quite challenging career to all the young and dynamic Indian male and female candidates for the various branches as an Assistant Commandant, that is Group A Gazetted Officer. The registration of this particular examination should happen only on online mode, and the start date is 18th February 2022, whereas the last date to apply for the ICG-AC batch is 28th February 2022. The online applications are only accepted through their official website, which is www.joinindiancoastguard.cdac.in. तो इससे पहले जो था नोटिफिकेशन वहां लिखा था कि 16 फेब से 26 फेब तक रजिस्ट्रेशन ओपन रहेगा, एप्लीकेशन प्रोसेस चालू रहेगा, लेकिन वो डेट्स जो है वो चेंज कर दिया गया है. ऑफिशियली द डेट्स हैव नाउ बिकम 18 February to 28 February 2022. Now, let us also look at one of the most important information that is provided in this official notification, and that is the vacancies for Indian Coast Guard AC 2023 batch. Now, there are 4 posts for which the vacancies are open. It is General Duty, CPL SSA, Tech Engineering and Tech Electrical. So, first of all, let's look for SC. For SC, the General Duty post, there will be 8 vacancy, also for CPL SSA. So total vacancy for SC people, and that is for the post of General Duty and CPL SSA, is 8. For ST it is total 14. For OBC it is 9. For the economically weaker section it is 2. For general candidates it is 17. So total there are 50 vacancies for General Duty and CPL SSA posts. For technical, which consists of engineering, electrical and electronics, for SC the vacancies are 4, for ST it is 1, for OBC it is 5. There is no vacancy in this particular post for economically weaker section. However, for general candidates, for these posts of technical engineering and technical electronics and electrical, it is 5. So total there are 15 vacancies for technical entry. So now the note that you should always note here is that the vacancies are again tentative, they are not final, and they may change depending on the availability of the training slots. So this important thing you need to note down. So now that you have seen the dates of your application for this ICG AC posts for 2023 batch and also the vacancies that I have shown to you, the time has now come for you to check the eligibility criteria for these posts. So here I will be also telling you about the age limits, the gender as well as the educational qualifications which is necessary for each of these posts. So first let's take up the General Duty GD branch. For this only male candidates need to apply. The age limit is that you should be born between 1st July 1998 to 30th June 2002, where both the dates can be your date of birth. However, 5 years of relaxation are provided for personnel serving in Coast Guard or equivalent personnel in Army, Navy or Air Force. Now let's look into the educational qualification for this branch. You should hold a degree of recognized university with minimum 60% aggregate marks. Also, you should have mathematics and physics as subject up to intermediate or class 12 of 10+2+3 scheme of education or equivalent with minimum 55% aggregate marks in mathematics and physics. The candidates who have completed their graduation after diploma are also eligible to apply for this particular branch, provided that they had an aggregate of 55% marks in diploma with physics and mathematics in its curriculum. Now let us look into the next branch, which is Commercial Pilot License, that is CPL SSA. Now only those who are born between 1st July 1998 to 30 June 2004 are eligible to apply. Again, here both the dates are inclusive, that means they can be your date of births as well. Now both male and female candidates can apply for this particular branch. The educational qualifications necessary is that you should have passed 12th class or equivalent with physics and mathematics as subjects with minimum 55% aggregate in maths and physics. Again, the candidates who have completed diploma are also eligible, provided that they possess 55% marks and aggregate in diploma with physics and mathematics in its curriculum. Also, the candidate should possess current commercial pilot license, which is issued or validated by Director General Civil Aviation on the date of submission of application. Moving on to the next branch, which is Technical Mechanical. Only male candidates are eligible to apply for this branch, and you should be born between 1st July 1998 to 30 June 2002. Again, both these dates can be your date of birth. There is a 5 years relaxation which will be provided for this branch for personnel serving in Coast Guard. Now let us look into your educational qualification. So first of all, you should hold an engineering degree of recognized university in naval architecture or mechanical or marine or automotive or mechatronics or industrial and production or metallurgy or design or aeronautical or aerospace with minimum 60% aggregate marks. Or you should have an equivalent qualification in any of these above disciplines recognized by the Institutes of the Engineers India as exempted from Section A and B and their associate membership examination AMIE. Also, you should have maths and physics as subject up to the intermediate or class 12 of 10+2+3 scheme of education or equivalent with minimum 55% aggregate marks in maths and physics. Also, candidates who have completed graduation after diploma are eligible to apply for this particular branch, provided that they also possess an aggregate of 55% marks in diploma with physics and maths in its curriculum. Now coming to the last branch, which is Technical, Electrical or Electronics. Only male candidates are eligible to apply for this branch, and you should be born between 1st July 1998 to 30 June 2002, where both dates are inclusive. Again, for this particular branch, 5 years relaxation are provided for personnel serving in Coast Guard. So now looking into the educational qualification, you should hold an engineering degree of recognized university in electrical or electronics or telecommunication or instrumentation and control or electronics and communication or power engineering or power electronics with minimum 60% aggregate marks. Or you should have an equivalent qualification in any of the above disciplines recognized by the Institutes of the Engineers India as exempted from Section A and B and their associate membership examination IMIE. Also, the candidates should possess maths and physics as subject up to their intermediate level or class 12 of 10+2+3 scheme of education or equivalent with minimum 55% aggregate marks in maths and physics. Candidates who have completed graduation after their diploma are also eligible to apply for this particular branch, provided that they should possess an aggregate of 55% marks in diploma with physics and maths in its curriculum. But there's a small note which you should note, and that is for CPL SSA. SSA stands for Short Service Appointment or SSA. It is as Assistant Commandant for a period of 8 years, which may be extended to 10 years and further extendable up to 14 years. Right, now we will move on to the additional eligibility for the Indian Coast Guard AC 1 2023 batch. The candidates having integrated post-graduation are also apply in any of these particular branches which I have been discussing about, provided that they should have a certificate issued by the respective institution or university, certifying that the candidate has passed the qualifying degree with percentage or class as a part of the integrated post-graduation course, and the candidate is eligible for award of graduation degree. Right? So you can also be a post-grad, and that is why in that way you can apply for any of the branches. The upper age relaxation of 5 years are provided for SC or ST and 3 years for OBC non-creamy layer candidates, and it is applicable only if the posts are reserved for them. So which I have already discussed when I was going through the vacancies, right? Moving on to the next point, which is 5% maximum relaxation is given in aggregate in the degree certificate for SC/ST candidates. However, no relaxation is applicable for 12th class marks except for CPL SSA entry. The income certificate for economically weaker sections, that is for EWS, as per Government of India format, no other format is accepted for this particular EWS quota, and related regulations are necessary to apply for the particular branches if you are applying under EWS quota. Indian Coast Guard reserves the right to fix the cutoff percentage for issue of PSP call-up letters. Candidates who are appeared in the final year or final semester exam and are waiting for their results are allowed to apply, provided that they should not have any present back papers. Such candidates should be able to submit provisional or original degree certificate issued by the university at the time of final selection board or FSB. So make sure that if you're at the final year or you have appeared in the final semester and still not got the result, it's fine. You can apply for the post provided that you have not got any backlogs. Candidates withdrawn on disciplinary grounds from any other service training academy are not eligible to appear in any of these posts while you are applying. Also, candidates should not have been arrested, convicted or prosecuted on any criminal charges. However, if there is no vacancy for SC, ST, OBC, that is non-creamy, or EWS category candidates, in such case, reserved category candidates can apply as unreserved, that is as general candidates. However, they will not be eligible for any age and passive marks concession or relaxation which is given to their quota. So I hope that this is all clear to you. Now that I have discussed about the vacancies, about the notification, the opening and the closing dates for this particular entry application, also the eligibility criteria in quite details. Now I would also want to show you that for after written examination, that is CG CAT examination in full form, it is actually Coast Guard Common Admission Test. You are required to appear for your SSB, and for that you need a very foolproof and strong performance and preparation. For that, guys, do not worry at all. We have provided for you an SSB interview online course inside our app. So I would suggest all of you guys to get yourself enrolled to SSBCrack exams app, and after downloading that app you can get yourself enrolled into SSB interview online course where you will see the entire course covering the 5 days of the SSB interview in full detail, and you will also get a chance to be a part of our live interactive classes which take place regularly and in monthly basis. So now we will look into the different selection procedure that is important to know, because the selection procedure is quite in length for Indian Coast Guard AC 1 2023 batch. So the first stage is your screening test, and the stage 1 would include screening test for the eligible applicants, and it will be a computer based examination which will be conducted at various centers all over India. The screening test, which is also known as CG CAT or Coast Guard Common Admission Test, is to be conducted for candidates applying for the post of GD or CPL and technical, that is mechanical, electrical or electronics. The screening test will be conducted in the MCQ pattern with a maximum marks of 400 consisting of 100 questions, where 4 marks are awarded for each correct answer and 1 mark is the negative marking for every incorrect answer. The duration of this exam will be of 2 hours and the medium of test paper will be in English. So now let's look into the pattern of the question that you will get in the CG CAT exam. So you can see here the section 1, right, and you will see the subjects. Okay, so basically the questions will be asked from the sections like English, reasoning and numerical ability, general science and mathematical aptitude, and general knowledge. So from English 25 questions will be asked, from reasoning also 25 questions will be asked, from general science and mathematical aptitude 25 questions will be asked, from general knowledge 25 questions will be asked. Each of these sections will carry 100 marks, right? Now we will look into the passing marks here as well. For the UR, EWS and OBC, the passing marks is 200. For SC/ST, the passing marks is 190. Now we will look into each subsection, okay? That is the sections of English, reasoning, general science and general knowledge. So for each subsections, the passing marks for UR, EWS and OBC is 50, whereas for SC/ST it is 45. We will move on to the next section, which is for mechanical entry, that is for technical mechanical post. And there the questions will be from English, reasoning and numerical ability, general science and mathematical aptitude, general knowledge and mechanical papers. So from English, reasoning, general science and mathematical aptitude and general knowledge, 10 questions will be asked, whereas from mechanical, 60 questions will be asked. So the marks will be for English, reasoning and numerical ability, general science and mathematical aptitude and general knowledge, 40 marks for each of these sections, whereas from mechanical the marks will be 240. Now let's look into the passing marks. Now for the entire test for the mechanical entry of the technical branch, it is 80 for UR, EWS and OBC and 72 for SC/ST, that is for subsections A to D. So this will be from English till general knowledge. This will be the passing marks, okay? Now for mechanical paper, it is 120 for UR, EWS and OBC and 108 for SC/ST, right? Now we will move on to the technical, electrical or electronics entry. For this, the questions will be asked from English, reasoning and numerical ability, general science and mathematical aptitude, general knowledge and electrical and electronics. So from English, reasoning, general science and mathematical aptitude and general knowledge, 10 questions will be asked each, which will consist 40 marks for each of these sections. Whereas from electrical and electronics, 60 questions will be asked, which will carry a total of 240 marks. Now let's look into the passing marks. Now from English till general knowledge sections, it is 80 for UR, EWS and OBC and 72 for SC/ST. However, for electrical and electronics section, it is 120 passing marks for UR, EWS and OBC and 108 for SC/ST. So the duration of each of these papers will be 2 hours each. So I hope that it is completely clear to you for the pattern of the CG-CAT exam, right? Now we will move on to the next stage. So stage 1 consists of the screening test, which is CG-CAT. Moving on to the next stage is the preliminary selection board or PSB stage. Here, based on the performance of your screening test, which is CG-CAT, you will be shortlisted for appearing in stage 2, that is in preliminary selection board or PSB, which will be conducted for only one day at Noida, Mumbai or Goa, Chennai and Kolkata centers. Candidates will be screened through computerized cognitive battery test or CCBT and picture perception and discussion test, that is PPDT. The CCBT will be in English only and will consist of objective type questions. During PPDT, the candidates are expected to speak and discuss in English. However, they are free to speak in Hindi if they wish to do so. The stage 2 examination is only of qualifying nature, that is, you just have to pass this particular stage. Now, once you are selected in the stage 2, that is the PSB, you will be then called for final selection board, which is FSB. Now, here you are required to bring your e-admit card, and the FSB will be conducted at the Coast Guard Selection Board or CGSB located at Noida, and it will be consisting of a total 5 days selection procedure, where the candidates will be subjected to psychological tests, group tasks and interview or personality tests. The board conference will take place on the very last day, and thereafter the recommended candidates, once selected, will be sent for the stage 4 process, the next part of the process, which is the initial medical examination, right? So this is where comes the need for the SSB interview online course that we have launched for you inside our app, right? Now we will move on to the stage 4. So once you have got recommended in the FSB, it is now time for you to appear in the medical examination, which is the stage 4 of the selection procedure of Indian Coast Guard AC 2023 batch. The candidates who have cleared the stage 3 are required to undergo a special medical examination which will take place at Base Hospital, New Delhi. Once you are medical in, that means you are qualified in the medical examination, then your induction process, which is the final stage of the selection procedure, will start. Here, you will stand in All India merit list as per the vacancies available, and you will be provisionally selected for training, and therefore you will be required to report at INA Ezibala for a 22-week naval orientation course NOC as per the instructions. All India merit list will be based on the combined marks of stage 1, that is your CG CAT, and stage 3, which is your FSB marks. Right, so this is the total selection procedure. I hope that you're able to follow the entire selection procedure for the Indian Coast Guard Assistant Commandant branch. Now, last but not the least is how to apply for this particular branches now for this Indian Coast Guard Assistant Commandant post. First of all, you need to remember that the application should be made only on online mode. No other mode, that is offline mode, is permissible for the application for Assistant Commandant entry into Indian Coast Guard, and that should be made on their official platform. Also, the starting date of the application procedure is 18th February. So previously it was 16 February. Now the date has been changed. So make sure that you are noting down the dates carefully. It has now become 18th February 2022, 11 AM onwards. However, the last date of this particular online application will be 28th February 2022 till 5 PM in the evening. So make sure that you are applying for this particular entry in having a good amount of time in your hand. Now, while applying for Indian Coast Guard AC 2023 batch, make sure that you are registering yourself with email or your mobile number on the website, that is their official website, www.joinindiancoastguard.cdac.in. Also, you should note that you have to apply for only one post, either as Assistant Commandant, that is General Duty, or Assistant Commandant CPL SSA, or Assistant Commandant Tech Engineering, or Assistant Commandant Tech Electronics or Electrical, right? So this is very important that you're applying for only one post. Now, we will look into the important tentative dates which have been issued in the official notification for the Indian Coast Guard AC 2023 batch. Now, for the GD CPL SSA Tech Engineering and Electrical or Electronics, for the stage 1, that is the CG CAT exam, will take place somewhere around March, and your stage 2, which is PSP, will take place somewhere around June 2022. Stage 3, which is FSP, will take place somewhere between July and October 2022. Stage 4, that is your medical examination, will be conducted around July or December 2022. And the last stage, which is stage 5, where induction will take place, it will be there somewhere at the end of the December 2022, right? So this is the tentative dates. We will give you the actual dates once we are confirmed by the Indian Coast Guard, right? So make sure that you are staying tuned with us and keeping an eye out for the final dates which we will be giving you, which will be letting you know for this particular ICG Assistant Commandant 2023 batch. Right, so that was it, guys. I hope that this session has been quite useful to you. Last but not the least, as you now know that the selection procedure will depend on the CG CAT marks and also on your FSB. It is very important for you to get yourself enrolled into our Indian Coast Guard AC course that we are launching inside our app. So make sure that you're downloading our app from the Google Play Store and getting yourself enrolled into the respective course. Also, we have provided for you the SSB interview online course, which actually is your final selection board or FSB, as well as your preliminary selection board combined. Okay. So this particular course will be helping you with both PSP and FSB, which is very, very important in the whole selection procedure for Indian Coast Guard AC posts, right? So make sure that you are getting yourself enrolled to this particular course as well and starting your preparation, keeping a fair amount of time in your hand so that you can perform and give your very best in the actual CGSB, okay? Right, so you can also be a part of our interactive live classes where you can just clarify your own doubts there and practice and give your very best performance and improve your performance for particular FSB and PSBs. Now, last but not the least, you can also check out the different defense exam courses that we have launched, and that is there inside the app. So if you are interested to take any other defense examination, you can just check these courses, enroll yourself to these particular course, and while enrolling, do not forget to use the code Warrior10 to get an extra 10% discount on all courses. So that was it, guys, and I wish you all the best. So start applying as soon as it is 18th of February, 11 a.m. and also make sure that you are starting your preparation on the same day once you have applied for this particular Indian Coast Guard Assistant Commandant post. Make sure that you're also starting to prepare for the CGCAT as well as for your PSB and FSB as well. So I wish you all the best, guys, and I'll see you with something more helpful and informative for your written defense exams and SSB interviews as well. Till then, everyone, stay happy, stay positive, stay motivated, and always stay tuned with SSBCrack exams. Jai Hind.